What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back for another video. Today I'm going to show you guys my tomato plant, and I'm going to tell you how I got it so big, and just some ticks and trips, excuse me guys, some tricks and tips on gardening in general, on my fertilizers that I use for almost every plant in my garden, guys. I got some hot recipes coming, so if you like the video and you watch it till the end, please give it a like and subscribe, guys, so I can keep bringing you guys content like this. I'm giving you guys everything I know, showing you how to fill up a cage here. It's early in the season. I want to say today is what's today's date? June 8th, I want to say. We're very early in the season, guys, and as you can see, this tomato plant here is looking real nice, and it's even got some little tomatoes on it. Now this is a cherry tomato variety, so it's gonna be small, but it should have plenty of tomatoes. As you can see, it's just got them all over the place, and it's early in the season, guys. So gonna get to it. Pot size, soil, nutrients, I'm gonna tell you guys, and this works for almost every plant, man. So let's get right into it, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the video. Let's go. So starting off with pot size, if you want a bigger plant, you're gonna want a bigger pot, okay? So 5 to 10 gallons for tomatoes works great for me. You can go bigger if you're trying to break records. You can go smaller if you don't have that many options. Whatever you have laying around will work. Now, soil. Soil is very important. Do not go cheap. These are my 2 favorite soils in the whole wide world to use for all my gardening. Now, I'm not gonna go too in depth on the soils. I'll make a whole nother video about that for you guys. How about that? But this one I use for starting seeds. This one I transplant in after I got well-rooted seeds. This one is full of nutrients. This one's just kind of a base soil. It doesn't have so much nutrients. But what they both have is a high quality grade soil, very well aerated with perlite. It's just good soil, guys. Fox Farm. So you got your Happy Frog base soil, Ocean Forest, full of nutrients. Now moving on into the nutrients I use Gaia Green Organics. Now let me tell you why I use Gaia Green Organics, and I'm gonna do a whole nother episode on this too, guys, because I could talk forever about Gaia Green. So this is the biggest bottle I have. Why? Because this is the 444 all-purpose. This is going to handle most of your needs for everything. You could get away with just using this. It's got everything, guys. It's organic, slow release fertilizer, but it works. It's like magic dust, I swear. Glacial Rock Dust, also by Gaia Green. Now what this is trace minerals. There's a lot. I even think there's some CalMag properties in here, but just extra. I put about a tablespoon or a teaspoon of that, excuse me, into everything I mix up, and it just helps. And then here is your 2A4 bloom. So when I started this tomato, guys, I mixed up my soil with the 444 as needed, the directions on the bottle, and that was it all the way up until today. So all the growth you see here, all I did was mix the soil with the 444 and water when dry, okay? I got all the way to this stage, and when I noticed these little guys down here, I said, okay, the tomato is blooming. I scraped all this mulch to the side, and I top dressed with the 2A4 bloom. Put the mulch back, and I watered in with a compost tea. And if you don't know how to do a compost tea, guys, there's a recipe on my channel. I teach you a bomb recipe for the compost tea. What that compost tea does, especially with Gaia Green nutrients, is it gets in here, adds microbes to the soil, and it helps break down all that organic matter to make it available for plant uptake. Okay, so that's how I got the plant so big, guys, using Gaia Green. I mixed up the soil with the 444. When I noticed tomatoes, I top dressed with the 284 bloom. Right, now let's talk about what I actually did with the plant here, guys, to get to this point. So I do grow tomatoes from seed, but the funny thing about this tomato is my wife's son gave it to me. His school grew tomatoes for a science project, and they all got to take one home, and he gave this to me, and it was just a seedling. And I said, all right, I'll grow it. I know how to grow tomatoes, and it's my biggest one so far. He cannot believe it. And as you can see, we're missing quite a few branches down here. So the reason for that, as this tomato started growing up, I would come in here and prune the bottom. You don't want to have tomatoes, guys, hanging in the soil. You want a clean space down here. If a tomato or a leaf hangs in the soil, it's just gonna rot. And if a leaf hangs in the soil and rots, that could give disease to your plant, right? So we don't want that. So you prune the plant, let it grow, let it grow, let it grow, and then prune some more. And then what you have happen is your tomato is gonna grow up and you can fill the cage. So now when tomatoes grow, they're gonna be hanging nice, ripe fruits, and you can harvest them when ready. And you don't gotta worry about no rotting, no nothing. So with that being said, guys, that's about all I did on this tomato plant. Real simple, water when dry using the 444. When I saw tomatoes, I scooted all the mulch over, top dressed with the 284 bloom, and then I watered it in with the compost tea. So let's come back over here, guys. I'm gonna tell you what's so special about the Gaia Green, right? The glacial rock dust is an add-on. It's trace minerals. Some of these trace minerals are even found in these too, but anyone who gardens a lot knows that rock dust is loaded with trace minerals that your plant can use to be real strong and healthy. So with that being said, this is an add-on. You do not have to have it. Now what I do recommend at the very least, guys, is picking up a jar of this or a bag of this. They come in big bags, and then this size and this size. The 444 to me is a cannot go without, because you got to have something, right? Now it does cost a little bit more, but it is well worth the money, guys. It's magic dust. Now if you have the money, go ahead and get you this too. And what you're gonna do is, when you're transplanting your seedlings, follow the recipe, the instructions on here, and mix up your soil with the Gaia Green, and that's it. Water when dry. It is magic. When your plants are going into bloom or flower or about to produce fruits, then you would top dress with this using the recipe on the back. Now, this stuff works for every plant in my garden, guys. I don't have a plant that I don't feed this organic material to, because as you can see, there's pictures of flowers on here. You can use this for fruits, vegetables, flowers, anything, dude. It's your all around best nutrients. So if you feel like you're learning something, don't forget to stop, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and give me a thumbs up, smash that notification bell, all that good stuff, guys. Trying to build a channel here, coming at you with great knowledge. Anyways, back to the video. These two nutrients right here are my lifeline in the garden, guys. Couple extra dollars, spend it, you will not regret it. There's even other tutorials. I'm gonna make a better video just in depth on that. Now, these two soils, find them at Farm and Fleet, Menards. These little bags were $7.99 a piece. The big bag's 20 bucks. So you're paying what you get for it. It's a little more expensive. Do not go cheap, okay? So with all that being said, I even sometimes like to add some more perlite to my soil just to give it that drainage and aeration. And you're gonna have plants like this early in the season. Rose bushes, I already got one bloom, and I just cut all the dead ones off today so we can try and get another one. And as you can see, this plant very sadly had a caterpillar problem. And by the time I realized a lot of the leaves were damaged, it's okay because you couldn't really tell when it was blooming. And I started hitting it with neem oil and insect frass, and look at that, new leaves coming back healthy, no caterpillars. Gonna do a video on that, how to get rid of caterpillars, because as you can see, what I did works. And if you've had caterpillars, you know caterpillars are hard to get rid of. They are no joke. The neem oil works great, and so does the insect frass. But if anyone has any other recommendations, drop it in the comments below. I would love to hear it, because when it comes to dealing with caterpillars, you need all the help you can get. And yeah, so that's it, guys. We're gonna do a little small garden tour on my display garden in the front. So starting here, another tomato plant. This guy's stout, haven't even put the cage on him yet. We're getting ready to prune him up a little bit, And here soon we're gonna drop a cage on them. This is one I grew from seed. A blueberry. As you can see, I got a mulch, and this is not weeds, guys, it's a cover crop. I chop it every now and then to keep it low and looking nice, but I do like to use cover crops in my gardens. This is a tropical plant, some kind of flower variety. Here I have a plant that I don't even know what it is. It just grew in and it looked nice. And a funny story about this plant, guys, today I went to my wife's parents' house, and it was someone's birthday, and in their neighbor's garden I saw a bunch of these. So I'm actually glad I let this grow, because I knew it was something cool. I didn't know if it was a weed or not. I let it grow, and sure enough I saw it in somebody else's garden. Awesome. Got a pepper plant, a pea plant, pepper plant. I just placed those there just cause. Another blueberry. That guy's not doing so hot. That's a flower. That's a flower. And another pea plant. This is a great blueberry. He's taken off. And yeah, I use Gaia Green for all this, guys, and you can see everything's growing great. So that's it. That's how I grow my garden, y'all. I'm just giving you everything I do on a daily basis with my garden. I'm gonna upload it on YouTube, and hopefully somebody can learn something. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I'm gonna try and leave links in the description. So there's no affiliate links. I'm not sponsored or nothing, but maybe if I leave an Amazon link, it'll help you find this stuff, you know what I mean? And then you can make the purchase. Don't skimp out, guys. Gaia Green is magic. It is magic. All the hype, it's real. If you're watching all these videos and they're like Gaia Green, and you don't want to believe the hype, well, believe it, because it is real. But that's about it for today, guys. So hopefully your tomatoes come out looking like this, and if they do, let me know in the comments below, man. I love to hear about it. So peace, guys. Have a blessed day.